Right now, your beloved's hush echoes louder than any thunderstorm. It is tempting, so tempting, to label that hush as neglect or to stitch it into stories of dwindling affection. Yet beneath the stillness lies an intricate snare, a prison spun of fear, obligation, and someone else's iron will. Imagine them standing in a hallway lined with doors. Each door is marked with your name. Each door leads to another conversation, another smile across glowing screens, another chance to say, I miss you. Their hand is on the knob, but a colossal weight, like an ancient stone tablet carved with another person's commandments, presses against the door, refusing to budge. This is not paralysis bred from indifference. This is a compelled quietude. They are kept still by terms they did not draft. Perhaps it is a domineering family member whose expectations hang like storm clouds. Perhaps a controlling friend who turns vulnerability into leverage. Perhaps crippling social stigma or legal complications none of you could have predicted. Whatever the source, the effect is the same. An invisible barrier thicker than any castle wall and higher than any watchtower now looms between you. It is a barrier stitched with warnings, consequences, emotional blackmail, anything that will keep their heart sealed away from yours. Think back to the last time their voice floated into your world. At first, everything felt ordinary. Maybe it was a text thread filled with playful emojis or a video call without agenda. Then, as if the universe flicked a switch, a third presence crashed into the moment. This wasn't a passerby with fleeting opinions. This was someone whose voice rings through your partner's reality like a judge's gavel. They weighed in, unasked, unstoppable, and instantly, intimate conversation turned into public trial. Harsh syllables slashed through the softness you had built. In the chaos, you saw confusion in your partner's eyes, fear too, but that fear was not fear of you. It was fear of the ramifications that person could unleash. You heard statements disguised as concern, but engineered to shame. If you keep talking to them, you'll ruin everything: your job, our family, your stability. The argument ended not with agreement, but with a chilling decree: contact them again and pay the price. From that moment on, the hush you now experience is not a sign of retreating love. It is a protective crouch under relentless lightning. To understand why silence feels safer than speech, we must recognize the anatomy of command. Power may wear many masks: financial dependence, cultural obedience, spiritual guilt, even legal leverage. Your partner might worry about losing a roof, losing a parent's blessing, losing community respect, or even losing custody of something precious: career, reputation, or in extreme cases, children. When those stakes tower, silence becomes the ransom paid for temporary peace. Their heart is a violin muted by someone's thumb on its strings. They remember every laugh you shared, every future plan whispered. They ache to move that thumb. Yours is the melody they crave to play. Yet the orchestra conductor in their life threatens: play only my sheet music or be cast into discord. That threat is no shallow bluff. Your beloved has witnessed its edge cut others before them. Thus, each time desire rises, fear tightens the mute again. But energy, dear soul, is not static. Power rooted in fear always trembles beneath the weight of its own fragility. Through prayer, intention, cycles of the moon, and the unstoppable momentum of human courage, the scales tilt. You may not see it, but cracks form in the dam of silence. Your partner's dreams have begun to argue for liberation, visions where they speak freely with you and life does not crumble. Synchronicities, repeating numbers, feathers in doorways, songs playing at perfect moments, whisper that a paradox is unfolding. The more that oppressive presence tightens its grip, the more unstable its reign becomes. Within weeks or months, time flows differently for every soul contract. A sweet rebellion germinates. It could be as small as your partner silently journaling their truth, or as dramatic as them moving to a different address. Whatever shape it takes, it is propelled by a cosmic truth. Love that heals and honors cannot stay exiled forever. Now let's pivot to your own lived battlefront, money. Few forces on earth trigger ancestral memories as quickly as financial instability. You glance at your bank statement and feel a tremor deep in your DNA that whispers, history is repeating. Maybe you witness parents juggling overdue bills, or grandparents recounting famine stories. These inherited traumas can masquerade as personal failure when in fact they are relics of collective wounds. This month, patterns may surface like submerged cities revealed by a lowered tide. You might notice compulsive spending to feel a fleeting high, or paralyzing dread that blocks you from asking for the raise you deserve. See these not as personal defects, but as echoes ready to be transmuted. When you avoid opening an invoice, pause, touch the envelope. Acknowledge the voice inside that says, money leaves me faster than it comes. Then speak back with conscious reparenting. I am not the banks of my ancestors' droughts. I am the river of new abundance. Practical alchemy pairs spiritual mantras with grounded acts. Inventory lightly, daily. Write down expenses with curiosity, not shame. Knowledge invites stewardship. Speak value into the mirror. Each morning state, my time and skills are worth generous compensation. Neuroplasticity listens. Build a micro cushion. Even $10 set aside weekly trains your nervous system to believe saving is possible. Break bread with community. Money trauma festers in secrecy. Discuss budgets with trusted allies. Collective wisdom heals faster than solo struggle. By month's end, you may not be a millionaire, but you'll have something far rarer, a sense of sovereignty unshaken by zeros. And sovereignty magnetizes real-world opportunities, freelance gigs, scholarships, renegotiated contracts that simply avoided your energy field before. While destinies recalibrate, choose these daily rituals. Energetic letter writing. Each dawn, script a letter to your partner's higher self. Pour gratitude, forgiveness, longing, and boundaries onto paper. Then burn or safely shred it. This clears psychic congestion and sends loving data packets via the quantum field. Financial visualization meditation. Spend 8 minutes picturing your bank app with balanced accounts, or that promotion email hitting your inbox. Feel the safety in your solar plexus. Neuroscientists agree. Specific imagery trains the reticular activating system to notice matching opportunities. Physical expression. Trauma, be it romantic or physical, locks in fascia. Dance, run, practice yoga, 5 minutes minimum. Move emotion through muscle so it doesn't stagnate in spirit. Fast forward with me into a near future. Late afternoon, golden light threading through half-drawn curtains. Your phone buzzes with an unfamiliar number. You hesitate, heart thudding. You answer. A familiar voice, trembling but determined, says your name. They confess it took every ounce of nerve to press call. They speak quickly, afraid the line might cut, afraid they might lose courage if a pause lingers too long. In those sentences tumble out months of bottled anguish. How threats forced secrecy, how nights were spent rereading old messages while tears salted pillows, how every sunrise felt wrong without your good morning note. You listen, not as a martyr, but as a sovereign soul. You validate pain, express your own, and outline non-negotiables. Transparent communication, therapy, and exit strategy from toxic control. They agree because they have done the calculus. Love with truth is worth more than safety in chains. Over the next weeks, they take visible steps, perhaps seeking legal counsel, relocating, or confronting that third party with firm boundaries witnessed by allies. Simultaneously, your financial world softens. An old client refers you, or a new talent of yours, tarot readings, baked goods, graphic design, blossoms into side income. Each deposit reinforces your nervous system's new story. I am provided for. You celebrate not by reckless spending, but by tithing a small portion to a cause close to your heart, cementing wealth's purpose as communal empowerment. Notice how these arcs, romantic reunion and fiscal healing, interlace. As you reclaim economic agency, you model courage that emboldens your partner. As your partner breaks free from oppressive ties, you feel proof that large immovable systems can in fact crumble. Momentum in one domain accelerates transformation in the other. This is holism. No realm of life exists in isolation. Heal one, uplift all. Place your hand upon your heart once more. Breathe into that steady drum, signifying life's relentless faith in you. Whisper or speak aloud if circumstances allow. I honor the silence for the lessons it bore. I honor my voice for the truth it carries. I honor money as a neutral tool of sacred exchange. I honor love as a compass guiding all revolutions. I invite aligned action, protected reunion, and generational abundance now. Feel warmth spread through sternum, shoulders, scalp. See cosmic sparks dancing just beyond eyelids. These sparks are probabilities transforming into probabilities plus intention. Intention that seeds eventual inevitability. When this message ends, take one immediate step. Send a resume, pay $5 toward a debt, or simply sip water with full gratitude. Tiny actions compound into thunder. Then, if you feel moved, type "I claim this liberated timeline" beneath the video or social post that brought you here. Public declarations weld private breakthroughs into collective reality. Dear soul, as you walk forward, remember, invisible chains are no match for relentless light. Finances can blossom beyond ancestral ceilings. Love, when rooted in authenticity, always finds its rightful voice. Until guidance graces us again, keep breathing sanctuaries into existence, keep choosing courage over comfort, and keep your gaze fixed upon horizons where reunion and abundance already glow. With steadfast faith in your unfolding, your companion in the quiet,